Professor Charles Kesler, thank you very much for coming to speak with us tonight following your splendid talk to the Henry Jackson Society at the British House of Commons. Over here, Professor, due to the Google TV clips, WFB, William F. Buckley, is perhaps best known for, way back in the 60s, threatening to punch Gore Vidal and Noam Chomsky in the face on his TV show Firing Line. His towering stature over many decades as one of the greatest intellectual thinkers in America and a man of great principle, of course, dwarfed these incidents. He had a tremendous vocabulary and a great wit, and once said that he'd rather entrust the government of the United States to the first 2,000 people in the Boston telephone directory than to the whole faculty of Harvard. What did he practically mean by that, actually, and do you agree?
Well, Bill was playful, of course, and just because he would rather be governed democratically doesn't mean he'd rather be taught metaphysics by the first 2,000 names in the Boston phone book or taught medicine by them. People have limitations in what they know, but compared to even the faculty of Harvard, but government touches everyone. And everyone has a certain common sense appreciation of it. And he meant simply that there is a populist side of conservatism that acknowledges that the people need to be consulted, have a right to be consulted. That doesn't make them all wise or always correct, but it does mean that you need the consent of the governed, and their common sense is, in many cases, shrewder than the PhD wisdom of the faculty.
He was entering into somewhat of an elitist theme, it seems to me. He was trying to comment about the disadvantages of an elitist approach. Well, do you agree?
Yes, American conservatism has always been both elitist and populist. It has had, ever since the McCarthy period, it has had a sort of populist following and an interest in what ordinary people think about issues, especially issues where academics and other elites are wrong-headed. But conservatism has also always been a friend of the checks on popular will, constitutionalism, separation of powers, these principles that refine and enlarge the public views. So it's hard to reduce conservatism to one or the other. It is both. It is both elitist in the sense of wanting to qualify majority will as the ruling power in government, and populist in the sense that the person who wears the shoe best knows if it pinches.